So they're going to go for a pressure draft with Camille. This is basically get a really big lead early game, kind of like the series we saw yesterday, or perish there and get beyond top lane. Notice score is level 4 to the level 3 of Beyond, though. It could be the turn.
Yeah, they're looking for the stun. They find the cocoon onto ADD, though, and Score has to flash himself out of the way. Good repel as Smeb gets himself over to the side, but Beyond should be able to find this one. Oh my god, the heal comes in, but First Blood still goes over to MVP, but Pawn's got the double buffs, and ADD is, able to get out with a hook shot.
Potion. 2 potions and the double buffs. Now, use both summoners in the engage. There is a repeat gank option for Beyond. But when you're Nidalee Corki, your ganking mid lane synergy is not great. Bot lane.
Yep, that's going to be the flash. The Ignite's already down as well as Marta's going to fall, but Maha's in trouble. Score gets himself over to Beyond, who's trying to dash his way out, but Max just keeping everyone alive. Spear is going to land.
It was actually Maha being zoned from a lot of the minions.
Now Pawn is looking for more. The double terrain composition from KT, demonstrating that you don't even need a Weaver's Wall, and Talia is a fantastic game. I don't know. I don't know either. ADD taking a bit of damage here. Score looking for the dive. Pawn's making his way up as well. The Camille will be struggling. Really good use of the ultimate, but still going to die as Pawn just flicks him back in to his threaded volley. Doesn't tank the turret until he's dead, at least.
Given that Camille is still a level behind, and they would love to kill her again.
Oh god, Weaver's Wall's going to come in. Cocoon's going to miss, but who cares? Ultimatum comes down as well. This turret is very, very low as they're just trying to hold on to the turret aggro onto Smeb. Score picks that one up. Pawn somehow always is the first one to get the aggro. It's now Beyond can't go through the threaded volley, and despite hitting a pretty damaging spear onto Score, pretty easily the Titanic Hydra into Black Cleaver, into the Gargoyle Stoneplate. Not necessarily in that order, as now Beyond is getting surrounded, and ADD is dead. That had to be a slam dunk. That felt like, you know, those was like the adult just reaching over and putting the ball in.
I feel like all you can do about this game as it goes is make declarative statements. Like we're now making a record of fact. These are the things that happen.
Boom.
Corki died.
Corki definitely died. But how are you supposed to commentate?
They could start the Baron and peel off. And the teleport play starting though.
That is a all right.
You know you take a lot of damage when you die in the CC.
The hook had to then hit the guy behind him. Didn't happen. Baron is going to be the next option.
Look at the control ward line they have. They have a control ward line at 24 minutes of every brush on the way to the first camp in their own jungle.
And there's nowhere that they could even use a blast cone to get over. Oh my god. Free Infernal Drake though for MVP. The advantages that they're going to gain of multiplicative scaling of their damage stats is going to be incredible. Oh, really good blast going there as Smeb wants to get himself in. Cataclysm lands. There's the hook from Marta as he throws out the Dark Passage to no one in particular. It's going to be the Corki falling down.
From occasion. But more often than not, you have games like this where they look worlds apart from their enemy, as Smeb might die anyway.
He might. Flags and drags his way out as there's a Cataclysm trying to do some work. Oh my god! Almost survived, actually, is deft with the Baron buff. Oh, feels good. Spanakopter. Excuse me. Spanakopter.
You keep that to yourself.
It's a pastry. Alright, there's Cataclysm. Maha does throw out the ultimate, gets himself out of the way with the flash, but that's no buttons left to keep himself safe. Good Cocoon lands onto Max. Arrow there as well, and that's the pick that they needed to continue this pressure. Inhibitor falls, second one of the game for KT, and they're not done yet. Minion wave moving towards this mid lane inhibitor turret, and Deft is still just clearing minions. In goes ADD. The ultimatum goes down as Smeb, just trying to keep himself alive. Stoneplate does exactly that, as now Deft has the consistent damage. Flash right in there. He's gonna die immediately though. That was a little bit overly excited. As in goes Pawn. Shoves the ball back, so much damage, he's still alive! As ADD jumps forward, the flash, unfortunate use of...
Pawn.
Oh my god.
Sometimes Pawn is a god, Atlas.
Exactly, the threaded volley went in the wrong direction. Other than that was stunning. Oh my god, now KT should be able to just finish this one off. Max, of course, it's so early in this game that he's respawned again, picks up Pawn, who almost got MVP until he just fed his life away underneath the turret here. Max is just being ignored by KT. Another day in the office for these guys as it's looking like the 2-0 over MVP. I want to apologize for the fact that we weren't really talking about much throughout the entire game, but that was because of the KT dominance that they were able to put out. That's an open Nexus that they're not.
But the respawns are coming, Atlas. Too early in the game.
Oh, no.
No need for apologies. That MVP comes back in this game, Atlas. You can't convince them.
But what if they did? This is like the what if he makes the first jump? No one makes the first jump. No one survives that either, as Maha just explodes. Ultimatum comes in, but that's not the ultimatum you want. This is the partner giving out the ultimatum when the partner definitely wants to break up, okay? Like, this is exactly what KT wanted. That ultimatum, not so great, as now Smeb is playing with his food. The Nexus should fall down now, as hopefully my condition doesn't come back once again. Deft is here, he's got auto attacks, and there's a fountain still down, okay. Deft, be careful. KT will be able to do it now, though. 32 minutes into the game, and MVP are flattened by KT. The warpath certainly on once again, and no 3-game series this time.
Not this time, but a domination from KT Rolster, blowing away MVP in the early game. Another draft with these Nidleys that really makes very little sense. Went for the Camille last pick when they had no front line. Could have just gone for Jason, rolled all in on Poke, but went for the Camille split push. Camille ganked 3 times, was never going to do anything in the game, and KT, after being run a bit in the first game, where MVP made it competitive, kind of in spite of what the game could have been, blow away their opposition this time and jump up the ladder as well, as they're able to now run Samsung very close. They are now also 10-3, but Samsung Galaxy will play tomorrow and have the chance to move to 11-2.
Yep, Longzhu also up there at the same time, so KT still a little bit rough when it comes to the top of those standings, but getting a win over the bottom place team is something that's absolutely necessary, and the 2-0 is starting to become way more necessary as well, because we've seen the teams can drop games to these bottom 3 teams. BBQ was able to take one off Afrika yesterday, and now KT, dominant victory, so keeping themselves up towards that top.